Plastics process calendaring. So in the earlier classes we have discussed regarding the extrusion and the transfer molding, compression molding, like that we have seen some topics. Now we are going to discuss regarding the plastic processes calendaring. So that means with the help of an plastic, how will make the calendar. In our houses, we will see some of the calendars which consists of a single page or the multipliers, in which we will see some idols. If we tear it, it won't tear. And one of the example is then simple the visiting cards, which is made up of an plastic. That is also, if you tear it, it won't get the tear. So these are the examples of an plastic calendar. Now we will see the process. The process of continuous formation of thin sheets or the films. So this indicates the continuous formation of the thin sheets or the films. Thermoplastic metal is squeezed between the series of hard roller. What it is saying here? The thermoplastic material. The thermoplastic metal is nothing but one of the plastic material which is get squeezed between the series of the hard roller. Squeezed means it is a good example of a compression force. So see, here you are seeing the calendaring principle. So the orange color which indicates the input, and the pink color and the blue color, those two are the main rollers, and the blue color are the supporting rollers. So initially what is happening? We are input the input raw material. So it is getting slowly to the, it is passing through the rollers, and finally it gets squeezed and it is turned into the sheet. So in this figure we are seeing the front view. So the thermoplastic material is in a semi molten state. The thermoplastic material which should be gone for the calendaring, that should be in a semi molten state, not in a molten state. It should be in a semi molten state. What is the meaning of a semi molten state? It is nothing but a solid plus liquid state. The material is rolled between the series of hard rollers. Uh, now, sorry. In the last screen, we have seen the different series of the rollers, which is of blue and pink and completely the pink. Those are nothing but an rollers. The rollers are closer and closer together, just like the sugarcane juice machine. In that the rollers are closer and the closer. In that the gears are the closer and closer. Here the rollers are the closer and the closer. Rollers allows the material to be rolled thinner and thinner. Here the roller, what the purpose of the roller? The roller will allows the material to be rolled thinner and thinner. So what is the meaning of a thinner? That means the thickness of an output sheet. So the material is turned into the sheets or the film. By the closer and closer of the rollers, what the material will become? The material will become complete sheets or the thins. The sheets or the films are hardened by the cooling. Then the sheets or the films, which is the output product, it is get hardened by the cooling. So here you will see the calendaring animation. So these are the series of the rollers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We are seeing the different 7 rollers. So what is the spiral type? That is the front view of an calendar. So this is how the calendaring process will takes place. So that are typical parts of the calendaring. What are they? Cling film, plastic bedsheet for a baby. Sheets produced are used in the vacuum forming. I repeat, cling film. Second, bedsheet for a baby. Third, plastic sheets produced are used in the vacuum forming. These are the output products. See, cling film. In the screen you are seeing clearly. The first one is a cling film. The second one is a plastic bedsheet for the baby. For the born babies, you will use the plastic bedsheet. it will absorb the water, and it will helps not to sink into the bed. So this is the calendaring machine. Now we will see regarding the plastic processing, that is the vacuum forming. So just we have discussed regarding the calendaring. Now we are going to see regarding the vacuum forming. So what is the meaning of an vacuum? Vacuum is nothing but a nothing that is present in the atmosphere. That is called as a vacuum. So thermoplastic sheet is made into shell type parts. Here the thermoplastic sheet is made into shell type parts. See the figure. That is the plastic sheet. So those shapes will get by the vacuum. Now we will see the vacuum forming process. The process. Thermoplastic sheet is held firmly in a place using the clamp flame. First what we will do, we have to use the thermoplastic sheet which is held firmly in the place using the clamp frame. Okay, the sheet is heated to make it soft. What we have to do, we have to heat the sheet to make it the soft. It is placed over a male or female mold. It should be placed over a male or the female mold. The vacuum is applied between the mold and the plastics. What should do? Vacuum is applied between the mold and the plastics. Vacuum sucks the sheet into the mold. Then the sheet takes place the mold and it cools. This is the process. Now we will see the figure. I am making it a zoom. Number 1, number 2 and number 3. In the figure number 1, what we are doing? We are taking a raw material, and in the figure 2 we are making a clamp, and in the figure 3 we are allowing a vacuum. So that is the process. See, in the first figure you are seeing the mold. Second, what is happening? The mold is placed in a wounding chamber. The mold is placed in a molding chamber. Third, plastic sheet is placed above the mold and is clamped securely. See on the top, light blue, that is a plastic sheet. It is placed above the mold and clamped securely. Now, electric heater is turned on to warm the plastic sheet. What we have to do? We have to turn on the electric heater. The plastic becomes flexible when heated. So when we apply the heat for the plastic, the property of the plastic is when it got applied to the heat or any pressure, it will slightly bend. Especially when it applied to the heat, it will bend, or it will turn into the solid plus the liquid state. That is happening here. So in the 6th, the mold moved upwards. So what we are doing there in the 6th one, we are moving the mold upwards. In the 7th, the air is pumped out of the area blowed on the plastic on the mold. So the air is pumped out of the area below the plastic on the mold. See, you are seeing the inlet area. 8th, that is the output product. 9th, after trimming we will get the output product. So this is the process of an vacuum forming process. Hope you understood very well. See here a vacuum formation. First the heater. The mold is placed in the vacuum chamber. Vacuum forming machine. I am making a zoom. So this is the vacuum forming machine. Advantages: low equipment cost, low processing cost. I repeat, low equipment cost and the low processing cost. Disadvantage, not suitable for making a parts with the hole. That means it is not suitable for the making a parts with the holes. Vacuum forming products. So these are the example of the vacuum forming products. If you have the fridge in your houses, you can clearly see the trays which we will use in the fridge, the egg tray, bottle tray, ice trays. These trays we can also see in the plastic shop, like a plastic trays like that we will see. So these are all the vacuum forming products. Typical parts: refrigerator door lines, model car bodies, speaker casings, car dashboards, boat hulls, trays, etc. Refrigerator door lines, model car bodies, speaker casings, car dashboards, boat hulls, trays, etc. So these are the typical parts of a vacuum forming. Now we will see the video which I have taken from the source YouTube. Hope you understand.
हेलो दोस्तों, कैसे हैं आप सब। आज हम इस वीडियो में आपके साथ डिस्कस करेंगे कैलेंडरिंग प्रोसेस के बारे में। कैलेंडरिंग प्रोसेस को सबसे पहले सक्सेसफुली 1935 में जर्मनी में किया गया था, जब पीवीसी की कैलेंडरिंग की गई थी। और यह एक प्लास्टिक फॉर्मिंग प्रोसेस है और इस प्रोसेस के द्वारा थर्मोप्लास्टिक मटेरियल की प्रोसेसिंग की जाती है, जिससे प्लास्टिक फिल्म या फिर शीट्स बनाई जाती हैं। अब ये जो प्रोसेस है ये किस प्रकार से होती है, क्या इसमें प्रोसीजर रहता है, हम उसकी बात करते हैं। सबसे पहले अगर आप देखें, इसमें आपको रोलर नज़र आ रहे हैं। अलग अलग टाइप के रोलर इसमें यूज़ करते हैं। तो सबसे पहले क्या होगा कि जो प्लास्टिक कंपाउंड है, प्लास्टिक कंपाउंड कह लीजिए या फिर इसको पॉलीमर मिक्सचर कह लीजिए, जिसमें रेजिन्स, फिलर, प्लास्टिसाइज़र, कलर पिगमेंट होते हैं, जो यहाँ पर आप देख रहे हैं कि एक हीटेड प्लास्टिक कंपाउंड जो कंसिस्ट होता है रेजिन्स का, फिलर का, प्लास्टिसाइज़र या कलर पिगमेंट को, उसको हॉट रोलर जो सीरीज़ में लगे होते हैं उनके थ्रू पास किया जाता है। तो इसमें देखें कि दो मेन रोलर आपको नज़र आए हैं। तो यहाँ से प्लास्टिक कंपाउंड को इसमें फीड किया जाता है। तो उसके बाद क्या होगा कि ये जो दोनों रोलर हैं एक दूसरे के अपोजिट डायरेक्शन में ये रोटेट करते हैं। उसके बाद जब ये इन दोनों रोलर्स के बीच से पास करेंगे तो इसका जो क्रॉस सेक्शन है वो चेंज हो जाएगा। इस प्रकार से देखेंगे कि जो आगे जो रोलर लगाए गए हैं, तो ये वो रोलर होते हैं जो सब्सिक्वेंट रोलर हैं कि हमें जो डिज़ायर्ड थिकनेस होती है फिल्म की वो हमें मिल जाए। तो इसके बाद अगर हम देखें कि ये जो फिल्म या जो सीट हमें मिलेगी, इसकी जो थिकनेस है वो डिपेंड करती है कि रोलर के द्वारा जो स्क्वीजिंग कम्बिनेशन या फिर फिनिशिंग रोलर की स्पीड को चेंज करके प्लास्टिक फिल्म की थिकनेस को कंट्रोल किया जा सकता है। तो यहाँ पर अगर आप देखें कि जो रोलर हैं, रोलर के बीच जो प्लास्टिक कंपाउंड आता है वो स्क्वीज होकर एक फिल्म या सीट में तब्दील हो जाता है। और इसमें फिनिशिंग फिल्म या सीट को यहाँ पर अगर आप देखें लास्ट में जो वाटर कूल्ड रोलर के थ्रू इसको गुजार कर इसको कूल किया जाता है, या कह सकते हैं कि ठंडा किया जाता है। और उसके बाद जो ये रोलर हम यूज़ करते हैं इसको हम कैलेंडर रोलर भी कह देते हैं, जिसका प्रयोग हम करते हैं या तो प्लास्टिक फिल्म को बनाने में या फिर कोई कोटिंग हमें अप्लाई करनी है उसके लिए। कुछ रोलर हीटेड होते हैं, कुछ रोलर कूल्ड होते हैं। वो हमारी आवश्यकता अनुसार डिपेंड करता है कि हमारी ज़रूरत क्या होती है। अगर हम बात करें कि जो रोलर हम यूज़ करते हैं उनका जो टेम्परेचर होता है या फिर जो स्पीड होती है, वो जो फिल्म हमें मिलती है, जो सीट मिलती है, उसकी प्रॉपर्टीज़ को वो इन्फ्लुएंस भी करते हैं। उसके बाद अगर हम देखें plastic compound squeezed into the form of thin sheet of uniform थिकनेस। मतलब कि ये जो प्लास्टिक कंपाउंड हमने स्क्वीज किया है रोलर्स के बीच में, तो जब हमें मिलेगा उसकी जो थिकनेस है वो यूनिफॉर्म थिकनेस होगी। उसके बाद बात करते हैं इस प्रोसेस की कुछ एडवांटेज भी हैं, डिसएडवांटेज भी हैं और इसकी एप्लीकेशंस। एक तो इससे हमें बेस्ट क्वालिटी प्लास्टिक फिल्म या सीट मिलती है। दूसरा कि इस प्रोसेस के द्वारा जो हीट सेंसिटिव पॉलीमर्स हैं उसको भी अडेप्ट किया जा सकता है। और इसकी डिसएडवांटेज ये है कि इसमें हमें थोड़ा रिस्क रहता है कि कुछ जो फिल्म बनाते हैं उसमें कुछ एयर पॉकेट्स बन जाते हैं और कई बार उसमें होल्स या वॉइड भी बन जाते हैं जो बहुत ही थिन होते हैं। जब हम सीट यूज़ करते हैं 0.15 mm के करीब की, तो जो थिनर वर्क पीस हैं वहाँ पर कुछ होल या वर्ड बन जाते हैं। अगर हम एप्लीकेशन की बात करें तो विनाइल फ्लोर टाइल्स, सेल्यूलोज एसीटेट सीट या फिल्म इत्यादि बनाने में इसका प्रयोग किया जाता है। तो दोस्तों आज हमने इस वीडियो में आपके साथ डिस्कस किया कि जो कैलेंडरिंग प्रोसेस है, जो मोल्डिंग प्रोसेस का एक टाइप है, जो प्लास्टिक मोल्डिंग प्रोसेसेस होती हैं, तो ये प्रोसेस क्या है, इसमें क्या क्या वर्किंग प्रोसीजर रहता है, इसकी एडवांटेज, डिसएडवांटेज और एप्लीकेशंस क्या हैं। अगर वीडियो आपको अच्छा लगा आप इसको लाइक कर सकते हैं, शेयर कर सकते हैं अपने दोस्तों के साथ, स्टूडेंट्स के साथ, और चैनल्स को सब्सक्राइब करना ना भूलें। जल्दी हाजिर होते हैं एक नए वीडियो के साथ, तब तक के लिए धन्यवाद। आपका दिन शुभ रहे।
A variation of plug assist is third
This is the
motion
video
plug
regarding the
assist,
vacuum
where the
forming.
plug moves into the sheet.
There is very little control over part thickness. Plug assist and drape assist are methods to improve the sheet thickness distribution in thermoformed parts. In this example of plug assist, a plug moves into the sheet. Until the vacuum is started, air trapped under the sheet causes the plastic to billow and begin to climb up the sides of the plug. The plug should not cool the plastic and may even be temperature controlled. The plastic next to the plug keeps its thickness, but the plastic not in contact with the plug continues to stretch and thin. When the vacuum is applied by either a timer or a position sensor, the sheet is pulled away from the plug and onto the cavity walls, where it cools quickly. It's apparent that sheet distribution is affected by how far the plastic climbs the plug before the vacuum pulls it away.
All thermoforming methods are likely to be traps the plastic parts efficiently. After loading, the sheet is ready to be indexed to the heating station. Depending on the machine design, the sheet will be indexed to the heaters or the heaters move to the sheet. In either case, heaters above and below the sheet heat the plastic to its forming temperature, typically from 285 degrees to 375 degrees Fahrenheit, depending on the type of plastic. As the sheet is heated, it loses strength and begins to sag. To experienced thermoforming personnel, the amount of sag and the shape of the sag is a useful indicator of how evenly the sheet has been heated and how well the plastic can be formed. For some part designs, the sheet is intentionally heated unevenly to improve the plastic distribution in the formed part. Molds for production are usually made of aluminum. Aluminum is easy to machine from a solid block or be cast from a pattern. Aluminum is an excellent conductor of heat, so it cools the plastic parts efficiently. Prototype molds and molds for low production quantities might be made out of wood, fiberglass, and even plaster. When the sheet is sealed against a mold surface, air under the sheet is trapped. Using a vacuum to remove the air forces the sheet against the mold surface. The air under the sheet leaves the mold through vents. To remove large amounts of air, the mold has gaps in the assembly. Drilled vent holes are used in locations where small volumes of air are likely to be trapped. Here is the simplest of the thermoforming methods. The plastic sheet is heated in a clamp frame until it's rubbery. A vacuum removes the air from under the sheet, and atmospheric air pressure stretches the sheet into the mold. Some regions stretch more than others, and this causes uneven sheet thickness. In this part, made in a female mold, the thickest plastic is at the top flange, where the sheet first touches the mold surface and begins cooling. The sheet becomes thinner as it was stretched to the bottom of the cavity. The distribution of the sheet in this female mold is thickest at the top flange, thinning down along the walls, and the thinnest at the base of the molded part. If we form the part on a male mold, the mold moves up to the heated sheet. The plastic first touches the metal at the projection, and this plastic is held there and begins cooling. The rest of the sheet thins as it is stretched to the flanged region. The sheet is sealed around the mold and vacuum is applied. Atmospheric pressure presses the sheet onto the mold. The sheet distribution is the opposite of the previous mold, thick at the base of the formed part and a decreasing sidewall thickness towards the flange. The flange itself will have varying thickness, thin at the corners, thicker towards the clamp frame. Drape thermoforming is where plastic sheet is draped over a male mold. The sheet stretches as it is pulled. Another way to stretch the sheet into a deep section is called plug assist. In fixed plug assist, a plug is attached to the upper half of the mold. The mold closes and the plug stretches the sheet. A vacuum then pulls the sheet onto the surface of the mold. The plug has pre-stretched additional plastic where it is needed. The shape of the plug affects the sheet distribution to improve the part thickness along the bottom and in the corners. A variation of plug assist is third motion plug assist, where the plug moves into the sheet after the mold is closed.
Basic thermoforming causes the sheet to be thinnest where the plastic sheet is stretched the most. There is very little control over part thickness. Plug assist and drape assist are methods to improve the sheet thickness distribution in thermoformed parts. In this example of plug assist, a plug moves into the sheet. Until the vacuum is started, air trapped under the sheet causes the plastics to the plug keeps. Vacuum is applied by either a timer or a position sensor. The sheet is pulled away from the plug and onto the cavity walls, where it cools quickly. It's apparent that sheet distribution is affected by how far the plastic climbs the plug before the vacuum pulls it away.
Now we are going to see regarding the liquid plastic resin casting stages. First stage, mold making. Second, pouring liquid plastic resin into the mold. Third, allow it to cure to solid form. Fourth, strip out the product from the mold. I repeat, first stage, that is nothing but a mold making. Second stage, pouring liquid resin into the mold. Third stage, allow it to cure to solid form. And the fourth, strip out the product to form the mold. So, now we will see the mold making process. So, in the first figure, what it is doing? So, he is manufacturing a mold, or he is preparing a mold for the molding process. How? Basically, in the foundry we have seen the mold pattern, that may be the wooden, aluminium, like that we have seen. But in this we are seeing the only aluminium. So, for that we are applying a gum. And the second stage, what we are doing? We are keeping on the one paper sheet. On the third, we are making something circular tray. In the fourth, see the figure. Fourth, fifth, and the same, and the sixth, see. Seventh, finally we are getting a mold. 8, that is a complete process. So, casting. So, for the casting, what we should do? We should take a molded metal that should be poured on the mold in the figure 2, and in the figure 3 it will get the solidifies, and in the figure 4 our output products will came out. Liquid mold materials: silicons, epoxies, polyurethanes, I repeat, silicons, epoxies, polyurethanes. Liquid plastic resin ingredients. Ingredients means that which consists of or which can be mixed in it. So, catalyst increases speed of the curing. By adding the catalyst, what will happen? It will increase the speed of the curing. Color adds color to the product. Colors, it will add the color to the product. So, liquid plastic resin casting, it is used to make parts of complex shapes, parts difficult by other methods, parts economical by other methods. I repeat, the liquid plastic resin casting is used to make the parts of complex shapes, parts difficult by other methods, parts economical by other methods. Applications: prototype models, sculpture reproductions, architectural models, plastic mechanical parts, artistic creations, durable toys. I repeat, prototype models, sculpture reproductions, architectural models, plastic mechanical parts, artistic creations, and durable toys. See, these are the products of the casting. Toys, basically these are made with the rubber or the plastics. So, joining of the plastics. Now, we will see the joining of the plastics. Adhesive bonding, mechanical fastening, and the welding. As we know already, adhesive bonding is nothing but by mixing some agent, there is a mixing. Mechanical fastening means with the help of a screws. Welding means with the help of the joining. We will see the one by one. Adhesive joining. Adhesive material is used to join the plastic parts. Adhesive bonding is nothing but adhesive material is used to join the plastic parts. What is showing in the figure? With the help of a syringe, he is applying the Fevikwik or the Fevicol like that. Plastic to the plastic, it will get adhesive. Adhesive is nothing but it will get the sticky. So, mechanical fastening. Screws, bolts and nuts, rivets are used to join the plastic parts. What will use? We will use the screws, bolts, nuts, rivets are used to join the plastic parts. So, the figure which is shown in the screen, it consists of an drilled holes which is used for the fastening purpose. Welding of plastics. Welding of plastics principle. The parts are fused together by heat and the pressure. Here the parts are fused together by the heat and pressure. So, resulting in cross-linking of molecular chains. So, it will result in the cross-linking of an molecular chains. See the figure which I am showing on the screen. Pressure, a fuse, a laser beam and the weld. At the bottom also you are seeing the pressure from two directions, from the vertical and the bottomwards. We are applying the pressure. Due to the application of the laser beam light, what will happen? It will melt. Like that the welding will happen. Welding of plastics techniques. Hot plate welding, hot gas welding, laser welding, friction or vibration welding, ultrasonic welding. I repeat, hot plate welding, hot gas welding, laser welding, friction or vibration welding and the ultrasonic welding. These are the different welding techniques. Hot plate welding. Plastic parts to be joined are placed in the press. So, first what we have to do? We have to heat the plastic parts. We have to plastic parts are to be joined or placed in the press. Initially, the parts which are which are used for the plastic state, these are used in the press. A hot plate is placed between the two parts. In between the two parts, a hot plate should be placed. The parts are brought in contact with the hot plate. Those two plastic parts are get contact with the hot plate. So, due to the hotness of an plate, what will happen? The both plastic particles will get turns into the S plus L shape. Only the surface area that which get contact with the plastics. So, heat soften the joint interfaces of parts are pressed to the parts. Heat soften the joint interfaces parts are pressed to the parts. Then the hot plate is removed. Together held until the weld is cools. So, what we have to do? The plastic parts to be joined are placed in the press. The hot plate is placed between the two presses. The hot plate is placed between the two presses. The parts are brought in contact with the plate. Heat soften the joint interfaces of parts placed in the parts. The hot plate is removed. Together held until the weld joint the cools. See, this is the figure. Then we will see the hot gas welding. A specially designed hot gas air torch are used. A specially designed hot air gas torch are used. Torch, a specially designed torch. For example, the torch example we have seen in the welding. Jet of hot gas softened parts are filler rod. Here the jet of hot gas softens the parts and filler rod. The parts are pressed together to form the joint. The parts are pressed together to form a joint. This is the hot gas welding. Next, we will see the laser beam welding. Two plastic parts are put under the pressure. What we have to do? First, we will see the figure. Figure 1 illustrates the transparent joining part. Figure 2 illustrates absorbing joining part. Part number 3 laser beam. Part number 4 melt zone. Part number 5 weld seam. The first one is an transparent joining part. Second one is an absorbing joining part. Third one laser beam. Fourth one melt zone. The fifth one is an weld seam. Now coming to the process. Two plastic parts are put under the pressure. First what we have to do? We have to put the two plastic parts under the pressure. Laser beam moves along with the joining line. Laser beam moves along with the joining line. Beam passes through the first part. Beam passes through the first part, that is an transmissive. Beam absorbed by the other part, that is an absorptive. So it generates enough heat to soften the interface, so creating a permanent weld. This is how joining will takes place. So this process is called as an laser welding. Next, friction or vibration welding. Friction or vibration welding. So the parts are rubbed together under a pressure. The parts are rubbed together under a pressure. It is subjected to low frequency, high amplitude vibrations. So it generates a frictional heat to melt the contact interfaces. The heated surfaces are joined by the pressure. The parts remain held together until the weld joint cools. So see the figure, weld force, vibrative motion, that is from the two types. I repeat once again, the parts are rubbed together under the pressure. The parts which are going for the weld, those are rubbed together under the pressure, subjected to low frequency, high amplitude vibrations. It should be subjected to low frequency, high amplitude vibrations. Generate frictional heat to melt the contact interface. So due to the rubbing action, it generates the frictional heat. So heated surfaces are joined by the pressure. The parts remain held together until the weld joint cools. That is the process of an friction or vibration welding. Next, coming to the point of an ultrasonic welding. Now you will see the parts. I am coming from the right hand side of my side edge. 20,000 Hz electrical energy, booster, support collar, direction of vibrations typically 60 to 100 mm, and from the left side carriage, transducer, sonotrode, material to be welded, interface of the parts holding fixing plates. Ultrasonic welding system for joining the thermoplastics. Now we will go for the process. Parts are held together under the pressure. The parts are held together under the pressure. It is subjected to the high frequency, low amplitude vibrations that will take place with the help of a transducer. The purpose of the transducer is to produce the is to generate the vibrations. So vibration generates the frictional heat and the interface. So heated surfaces are joined together by the application of the pressure. This is about the ultrasonic welding. Hope you understand this topic very well. So this is regarding the ultrasonic welding. Up to now we have seen the ultrasonic welding, vibration welding, laser welding, hot gas welding, hot plate welding. So these are the different welding techniques which you have seen up to now. Okay, thank you.
hot plate plastic welding. This video shows that how plastic is welded by using hot plate welding technique. For hot plate welding, the plastic parts to be welded are fixed in the fixture. Then, the hot plate is heated by means of electric heater. After heating the hot plate, the faces of the plastic parts to be welded are made to contact with hot plate. By this, the plastic parts fuses little bit. Then, the hot plate is removed and two fused faces are joined together by applying small pressure. Welded part. This hot plate welding can be otherwise called as fusion welding. Hot gas welding. This video shows the welding of plastic using hot gas welding technique. This welder has electrical heater to heat the compressed inert gas and control valve to control the gas flow. Hot gas nozzle. Plastic filler rod. Plastic sheets. For welding, the compressed inert gas is heated in the welder and blow over the welding edges along with the filler rod. By this, the welding edges and filler rod fuse together and made permanent joint. Welded part.